Good morning and welcome back to Joni Come Lately. So this is video 11 and I try to every once in a while kind of tell a new viewer about what these videos are about. So my book right now is in developmental editing, which means that the book can change drastically, and God, I hope not, but it can change drastically. And so I have chosen not to share specifics about the book because of those potential changes. So anyway, so what I am doing is I'm actually doing a theme, the themes that run through the book, our core themes that run through the book. So I'm doing videos on themes that run through the book. So just to give you kind of an idea of why I'm doing these videos, it's all part of my self-publishing journey, but I wanted to share that for those new viewers. This is my 11th video, and so this week I want to ask a question that I ask myself constantly, and I mean constantly throughout the day, more than I care to admit. But anyway, is there room for one more? I mean, I constantly think about that. One more YA fantasy author out there, one more self-published book, one more voice in a world that already feels full of, authors like me. Think about it. Is there room for one more lawyer, one more realtor, one more singer, one more entrepreneur who is launching a new business, that's already, launching a product that has 100 versions of it out there already? I think about that constantly. Not because I don't believe in my book, but because the shelf, the real shelf and the digital one, is already very crowded. Harry Potter exists already. The Hunger Games exist. So not only do I wonder will there be room for one more author like myself, I wonder if my book will ever be mentioned in the same breath as those. Will people love the secondaries the way they love those stories? Will it stand on its own? Or will it keep just being compared and found wanting? And then there's the marketing question that keeps me up at night. Is what I'm doing right now enough to pique insurmountable interest in this book? Or am I going about this completely wrong? I mean, I know right now I don't have a large YA following, so I know that already. And when I say YA, I have to be careful because there's assumption that only young adults or teenagers actually read YA fantasy. And I know that there's a whole group of people, all ages, that read YA fantasy. So, and so I don't know if I'm going about this right. And which one of you brave souls is going to be honest enough to tell me if I'm doing it wrong? That is the question. And today I want to talk about what I've come to believe the answer is. So I want to tell you a story. I try to tell a story that kind of am paired with the story of my protagonist. But about 5 years ago, my husband and I started making and selling pecan brittle. Like the secondaries, this was a brand new entrepreneur venture for both of us. We had no formula for success, no roadmap. All we had was a great recipe and a whole lot of hope. And the response was extraordinary. People were saying things like, this pecan brittle is like crack. I cannot get enough of it. We knew then at that point we were onto something. So we hit the ground running. We created an online shop on Shopify. We were excited about our impending success. And then we decided to register at farmers markets across Austin to spread our product even further. And we were stopped dead in our tracks. Not one, but two different markets rejected our application. The reason? They already had people selling pecans, not brittle, just pecans. But that was enough to shut the door on us. And that rejection, that is their room for one more moment, has transferred directly to my fear about the secondaries. If two farmer markets could turn away a pecan brittle that people compare to crack, then what would the literary world do to my book? But here's what I've learned. I don't have control on everything. I don't. But I have far more control when I'm the yes woman behind the decisions pertaining to my book. And that is exactly why I chose to self-publish. And my protagonist understands this feeling just as much as I do. He arrives in a new life, a new school, a new city, heck, a new era. And the question that follows him everywhere is the same one that follows every new kid. Is there a room for me here? Will anyone make space for someone they do not know yet? Will I be welcome or just tolerated? But here's what his situation's different from every other new kid. He cannot just be himself, the real version of himself, because the real version of himself does not belong in this era at all. So he has to find a way to fit in, to carve out his own space while hiding the very thing that makes him who he is. And yet he does it. And yet he does it imperfectly, painfully, sometimes brilliantly. He finds his people. He finds his place. Not because the world made room for him, but because he made room for himself. There is always room for one more. When that one refuses to take no for an answer. And like me and the secondaries, I have to keep believing, like my protagonist, that there is a way to fit in, that I am carving out my own space. And while hiding the very thing that makes him, I'm not hiding anymore. I'm out here trying to market and gain a following and a fan base for my book. So, does any of this sound familiar? So here's my question for you this week. Have you ever been told, directly or indirectly, that there's no room for you? That the market was too crowded, the field too competitive, the timing too late? And what did you do with that? Did you walk away, or did you find a way anyway? Tell me in the comments, because your story matters just as much as mine. And one more thing. I actually launched a Facebook author page. Yes, I know, I was slow. If you have friends or family who are not on Instagram or TikTok or even on Substack, please share my page with them. It's actually, they can find my videos. I'm actually including just little snippets of the newsletter. It's not the whole newsletter. I am including the puzzle pieces, the contest, all in one place. So they can find me on, and this is the only way that Facebook would take it. It's Joni, Joni, Come, COME lately, LATELY. The more people who know about the secondaries, the better it will do when it actually launches in early 2027. So thank you so much for helping me spread the word by reposting on Facebook, by asking your followers to actually follow me now on my Facebook author page. Also, newsletter number 11 will drop this Wednesday on August 12th. So link is in the bio. Also mark your calendars, because Puzzle Piece 4 also drops this coming Wednesday on Instagram, TikTok, now Facebook, and Substack notes. Another clue, another piece of the world of the secondaries. Head over to Joni Come Lately _author on Instagram, Joni Ray Books on TikTok, and find it in my Substack notes. And tell me in the comments how it fits into the storyline, the puzzle piece of the secondaries. The player with the most correct answers by launch day will win a personally signed copy of the book. I'm Joni Ray. My book is called The Secondaries, and we're just getting started. See you on Wednesday.